So hi, my name's Zoe Thacker. I'm just finishing off extra points that Alison sent me. So 224 and 225, which is provide feed and water to animals. So the points that she's picked up on is 4.3, outline the importance of providing fresh water to animals. So obviously it's one of the 5 needs for all animals. It keeps them hydrated, it keeps their mind stimulated. It is a bodily function that they need as such to be functioning of all animals really. Cats as well. They all drink water. Everything needs water. So obviously, it's the importance of it. It needs to be fresh. If it's stagnant, stale, manky, green water, it's not going to do very good for their insides, and it is going to make them ill. So it has to be fresh water. No chemicals in it. You don't know how it's going to react with the dog, and it could poison them and not be good for their intestines. So yeah, obviously different animals drink from differently. So dogs drink from a bowl, cats sometimes drink from a bowl, necessarily drink rainwater from cups of things. A horse drink from a bucket of water, and a rabbit obviously like suckle on like a bottle. So they all drink in their own ways, but they all do drink, and it's important that it is kept up to date with, because it's one of the probably most important 5 needs along with food. Yeah, so that's that one. That's the importance of it. So 4.6 as well is describe potential difficulties and risks that may arise during the feeding process and who to report them to. So firstly, the first person, if I was any problems, I would report them to my boss Sarah or my other boss Tom. First 2 people, if they weren't around, I'd go to the supervisors, which would be Andy, Lana or Debbie. If they weren't there, I'd go to other workers and just mention it, just to pass it on. I'd write a note on the whiteboard if nobody was around, just to say, someone come talk to me, I have an issue, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's who I'd report it to. I'd make a note of it as well, just so everyone's aware. So obviously potential difficulties is that, especially with inner kennels, you open the kennel door, you put the food in, you shut the door. If you've got a bit of an escape artist dog, they could run out, they could escape. If you've got an aggressive dog that's an aggressive over food and you put their bowl in or take their bowl out, you could get attacked, you could get your hand snapped at, all them sorts of issues. Obviously, again, giving the correct food to the correct animal. So at my old kennels, we used to have a kennels and a cattery. So making sure you're giving dog food to dogs and cat food to cat. Could be switched around, but it would make them very ill and probably give them diarrhea. So that's not good. So yeah, some dogs need medicated food. Some dogs need special formulated food for sensitive stomachs. It's completely different. Puppies need puppy food, all that sort of stuff. So it needs to be correct food, and that could be a difficulty knowing who to give that to, and it could be a very big risk as well if an animal is to be very allergic to a food. Obviously, another risk is when you're weighing out the hay. It needs to be the correct amount of weight for the horse. So that's another difficulty, is that you need to make sure you've got the correct amount of weight for the horse, and you've weighed out properly. Yeah, so that's one. Another risk would be certain animals, such as one of the animals we have at the moment, on a very special formulated diet, and he's having carrot chopped up in his food. So obviously a risk is that you could hurt yourself on the scissors or the knives if you're not being sensible with it. If there's an animal running around and you drop the knife, you could land it, that's a risk. We drain as such, or prepare their biscuit with water, hot water.